everybody. Welcome back to our anniversary series where we are featuring our favorite clients and our favorite projects, and we're just celebrating working with amazing people, and it's been 7 years of this. So today I want to introduce you to one of my favorite people. She runs a company that does one of my favorite things, which is coffee. So you have to hear her story. You have to hear her amazing company and everything they're doing right now. So I can't wait for you to meet Monica. Hi.
Hi, Valentina. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Thank you for doing this. And I can't wait for people to get to know about you and about your business. So can you share a little bit with us what you do?
Yes. So I am just living the dream. My husband, I thought it'd be a really fun little idea to open a coffee shop. We didn't want to open just any coffee shop. We love to travel. And anytime we were traveling, whether it was in the US or, out of state, out of the country, we were just drawn to coffees, and we loved just the community that created, loved good coffee, kind of became coffee snobs, and then we toned it down. And we thought it would be so fun to bring that to the Woodlands where we live, because there just wasn't anything like that here. And we were searching for it. And so that is what birthed the idea, Blue Door Coffee. And we are lucky enough to have this adorable little shop down on the waterway. And we get to just, serve people. We have a great group of regulars who come in and just chat us up all the time. And it's just become a really fun little project. I didn't realize that I knew it'd be hard work. I didn't realize it would be quite as much fun as it has been. So we really enjoy it.
I love that place. And if you guys haven't been and you're here in the Woodlands and can stop by, it's great for pictures. It is so cute. I mean, it's completely Instagrammable, the whole thing, wherever you shoot your phone at. It's a good photo. And everybody that works there is awesome. You have a lot of young people working at the coffee shop. And you have a lot of different things. You do pastries, and then you do a lot of really good food, and then you have a lot of specialty coffees. You've done coffee tastings. Tell us a little bit about the fun things that we can get there.
Okay, so if you come to Blue Door, expect to get a traditional type coffee drink. So we do like the traditional sizes for espressos, cappuccinos, lattes. We make our own cold brew. We also have fun drinks. One of the customer favorites, it's called the Purple Rain, and it's half of our house blend it's our butterfly tea. It's a bright blue tea, naturally blue because of dried pea flowers, and we mix that with a lavender limeade. It's just one of the best refreshing drinks you can drink now that the weather's getting warmer and more people are outside. So I highly recommend you try that. Just saying, we have 2 pastry chefs on staff, and our customer favorite is the maple coffee cake. And we also have, a couple different muffins every day, a couple different tarts. On the weekends, we do cakes and cupcakes and sweet things. That's fun. It's about it. Your normal stuff that you would want with your cup of coffee. We can do that for you.
And you also have some gluten-free things as well sometimes.
Yes. So I was just saying that we have really upped our gluten-free and vegan game. I was in there yesterday, and they made these strawberry jam thumbprint cookies that were vegan and gluten-free. Amazing. You wouldn't even know you were eating something that was gluten-free. It was the most delicious gluten-free shortbread cookie I think I've ever had. So we do we have at least one gluten-free option every time.
That's awesome. And I love that. And I know sometimes they have like secret menu things.
We do.
That you can ask her about when you're there. Magical. Just saying, because you have to try them because they're amazing. But you have to like straight up ask for them like every secret menu does. I was going to say, they also have great giveaways online, and they're doing a bunch of stuff on their Instagram account, and they have merch, and they have tumblers and really cool things. Tell us a little bit about that side of the business.
All right. So we've got just some fun t-shirts. So you can, and they're the really soft, cozy ones. That was a big deal to us. But we have tumblers. We have actually, they're reusable Stoke mugs. It's a ceramic mug. It's supposed to be the best thing you can use to reuse to put your drink in, aside from having a cup of coffee right there at the place. So the ceramic keeps it the right temperature, and then it's shaped in a certain way where you're going to get the best flavor that coffee has to offer. It's kind of the same science that goes into the different shapes of wine glasses. Different shapes elicit different smells and tastes on your palate. So it's pretty cool. And if you haven't had an opportunity to try one, I highly suggest you come by. And you can't try one right now, but when we are fully reopened, we have like a little tester one that you guys can try out.
That's so cool. So it's not only for show or for looks, it's actually, it has like a science to it.
It does. I know. Isn't that
I like
cool?
that. Very
All these
cool.
things.
Very cool.
I had no idea till I opened this coffee shop.
See, you learn something new every day.
That's right.
And you guys are always coming up with cool things. You did a coffee crawl, and then you have also like your barista contest a few months ago as well.
I know. We actually had a bunch of that scheduled, and it's all kind of being postponed right now. So hopefully we'll be able to bring that back soon. The coffee crawl was a blast. We just got a bunch of area coffee shops involved, and we had these really cool punch cards, and the different shops tried their specialty drink, get your punch card punched. And then we had this big end of the day celebration at our place where we had live music, and we were giving away all kinds of stuff. So it was really, really fun, and we would love to do that again. Same with the Latte Art Festival. We'll definitely do another latte art contest where we can get baristas from all over the area. They come in, and we have 2 judges who have to, judge who did the best swan or tulip or rosette that day. And it's really fun. There's some very, very creative people that work in the coffee industry, and it's truly an art. If you haven't had a chance to experience that side of coffee, it's a whole new little side of it. It's really fun.
That's amazing. And going back to community, and I know you do a lot of, this coffee crawl was one of the things to support all the coffee shops that are around here. But I also know that you've been doing things right now during this crazy time to support the community with your team as well. So tell us a little bit about that.
So yes, we've been lucky enough to be a part of Feeding the Front Lines. It's a group here in the Woodlands. They take donations from local community members, and then they purchase food for our local hospital workers. And so we were able to take them a really nice breakfast a couple weeks ago. And somebody else just called, and they wanted us to take food to the local fire department. And so we were able to do that too. And it's been really nice to just be a part of that. Do have to tell you, we had the cutest girls come and draw chalkboard or draw and chalk on the front of the shop. Mm-hmm. Just these cute little messages and little phrases and stuff like that. That's what just really makes me smile about our community.
That's so cool. And I think it's something that everybody needs. And I'm sure your team has a blast, doing something different in the midst of everything that's going on.
Yeah, they're really, it's funny. You can definitely tell our regulars who miss people a lot. They're in there and they're chatting them up all the time. And it's nice to be able to be that for people.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know building community is one of the reasons why you started this business. And I know you get creative with a lot of things, and I know you've started some initiatives, with this to get, in the spirit of getting creative on how to do business. And now you've introduced some new features to how you run your business, and then how we can purchase from you and how we can support you. And I know some of those are staying after this. So what have you been up to?
Definitely. So obviously, we had to change gears really quickly. Our place was a place where people came to hang out. And when we had to close up our dining room, it was weird. It was, how do we go on from here? But thankfully, we've got a creative bunch of people, and there are some really creative people in this world, yourself included. We started, you can online order now with Clusive. It's a wonderful little online ordering app. You can actually, if you haven't tried it yet, I bet a lot of the shops near you are on it, and you can get $3 off your first order. You can order everything that we have in the shop on there, and we will just bring it out to you curbside. So you just put in, make and model of your car, the color, and when we see you drive up, we just bring it out. It's pretty awesome. And we'll be keeping that feature for sure.
That's so cool. We get to innovate too. And I'm sure this wasn't a priority before. And now that you had to implement it, you're like, check this out.
It's been pretty cool. Well, the other big, kind of factor that was holding us back was it used to be all valet in front of us. Well, now that all the other restaurants are closed, there's nobody there. So it's a perfect little drive-through now. So it's been nice.
That's so cool. And I love that. And I know your team is very creative. And one thing that I love about your business, and that I love when we met about like a year or so ago, probably.
Yeah, it's about right.
Is how unique the shop is, not just visually, but like even the guys and the girls that work there, like they have a unique spirit, and you always have great ideas, and just the vibe overall is amazing. And the reason why you started this business, and how much of your family is a part of it, and traveling and all those things makes your place different. So I want to share a little bit with our viewers, why you felt like you needed to bring in somebody like me or like my agency to do some brand work in your business. Because when we came in, you were fairly new.
Yeah, we were really new. Honestly, if I had to do it all over again, Valentina, I would have brought you on from the day one when I had the idea. So visually, the shop looks the way it does because of Jana D'Amico Interiors. We started a little Pinterest page, and we would send things back and forth to each other, and she was just able to grab that and run with it. But I didn't really know what my business was, like who I was in my business, and kind of what our values were, and what values I wanted to impart to our employees and our customers. And oh my gosh, working with you, I felt like I discovered the soul of my shop and who we were and what we brought to the table. And it was just this new confidence to be so proud of it, and to be so willing to, share it with the world, because for the first time I had words to define everything that place represented to me. So thank you so much. I mean, it was so much fun working with you, and really just feeling like somebody got me at the end of the day, and just all this craziness that I was like, here's kind of where I think we're going, but I don't know. But you really just cleaned it up, and you gave us a soul. So it was awesome.
I'm so happy. I'm so glad, because a lot of people go through that same feeling, like you have an idea and you start it, and then you get to work, and then you feel like something's missing, and sometimes you can't pinpoint what that is.
It's easy to do in the restaurant industry too, right? Because you're constantly serving others, and you're not really paying attention to yourself and kind of what messages you're getting. And it's easy to get busy when you own a small business, and get, sucked into just doing dishes and what floor cleaner we're going to buy this week. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you're like, why am I doing this? But you were able to articulate why we do this every day. And
that's so cool.
That was an amazing process.
Yeah, it was a little bit. And I always told Monica before we started, I'm like, this is going to be like therapy. So
it totally was.
I have to do some work.
You know what? That is so true. It was very much like therapy, but in the very best way.
That's so cool. Because, yeah, I mean, we got to work on strategy, which is literally what we did with you, and take that out of you, like your whys, and come up with this, representation of what your business would look like from the inside if it were a person, like what your, like you describe it, like what your business soul was. And for me it was super fun, not only because it's what I love to do, um, but also because I love working with businesses that exist for something more than just making money, and that have an actual story and a purpose behind it. And from the minute I met you and I visited the shop and I met the people that work with you, I'm like, this is super cool. Like everybody was there having a blast, doing what they like, and it's all very young people that are super creative. Even how they dress, I was like, I
Oh, I
love
know.
the like I love the piercings, the tattoos, like all the things, and it just made so much sense, like all of it. And then you take that in and be able to work with that and just repackage it and give it back and say, okay, this is what I think you should be putting out there, and seeing it grow. It's grown so much.
It's grown so much. I mean, yes. And every day somebody comes in, they're like, I've never been here before. I didn't even know you existed. And I'm like, well, I'm so glad you're here, Yeah, we're just brand new, barely a year and a half old. So it just gets better. I can't wait for you all to be back in it. And I mean, I just love hearing everybody's story, and that's really what it comes down to. We're just people. We enjoy people, and we're people, and that's what we love about it.
Well, I can't wait to be able to go back in and get my secret menu
Same.
item that I love, with some very special ice cream that somebody makes.
It only comes out in the summer for a very short time, but
Well,
if you know about the secret menu, you can ask for it. If we have it, we'll
yes,
bring it.
girl, it's a to do. I've been staying at home very seriously, but I will go out for
I'll
that.
send you a little sneak, like a little heads up. Hey, we're making homemade salted caramel ice cream this week. Just FYI.
So yeah, everybody has to keep an eye out and follow them on Instagram and come and try it out. And you don't have to wait till this is over. You can order online on their app and get your coffee, get your merch, get your pastries, get all the things. And Monica, thank you for doing this and for hanging out with us.
So much, Valentina. This was fun. Thank you.